Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. It is 11 a.m. here in New Rochelle. I'm Jack Schaefer. I'm here with my co-host Hunter Questal. We got lots of stuff to go over today. We have the Jets, another loss, continuing the same streak they've been going on for a while. Knicks and Nets start tonight. The NBA is back. Opened up last night. Everyone else is starting to go today. But we got a big blue elephant in the room. The Giants' absolute collapse against the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Oh my. Hunter, let's just have your thoughts on this first.
Obviously very heartbreaking for Giants fans. Really good game though in general, just to watch from an objective point of view. I think that there are a lot of bad things that the Giants are taking away from this, but there are some good things that the Giants are taking away from this. So like,
what good things?
Jackson Dart is showing that he's pretty good at football, which is
that's true.
Which is a good sign for Giants fans, because if this year is scrapped, oh well, now you know at least got one good thing from the season. Name one good thing the Jets have this season.
That's true, yeah.
So it's a really good sign for them. Obviously, that fourth quarter was just kind of, what are the Giants doing?
Do you know how many points they scored in that fourth quarter of the Broncos? 33. All of their points. All of them came in the fourth quarter. Not a single one came before.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for the defense, is it?
Completely and utterly gassed at the end. Absolutely just... You keep going. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think that obviously the bad things that you take away from this is, do the Giants have a defense? I mean, what was even the point of them going out on the field there for that fourth quarter? Like they didn't do anything, so that's not good.
They held up for all the first three quarters. They were looking really good. Obviously, the Broncos' offense was not really looking that good. It was helping out the defense. But to go from pitching a shutout to giving up 33 points in 15 minutes is just utterly ridiculous and almost detestable. It is just absolutely baffling. It's embarrassing. A bunch of other adjectives.
I think we know a head coach is going to be not a head coach by the end of the season at this point.
There is, if you want to look at it that way, that's the positive. That's the positive spin you can go. Because if you weren't high on Brian Daboll, I don't know how many people truly were. Because you had the good season in his first year, and then two back-to-back losing seasons. You weren't really high on him. You thought they were gonna toss him out this year, but Mara just said no. I want to keep him for stability reasons. So, okay, let's see how it goes. And it's gone pretty damn bad. Like he has the quarterback. Like you see, Jackson Dart has been improving every single week, and that's what you want to see. You have a young quarterback. Obviously, he had the interception at the end, which is bad, but he's a young guy. He's going to make mistakes. Like, that's something you sign up for when you have a rookie quarterback. You're going to get a guy who does make mistakes, who's going to do things that you wouldn't see out of a seasoned quarterback, but he's shown a lot of potential. He's shown why you picked him in the first round. He's showing why he could have saved this regime if everything else was going good. He may save Schoen's job, but he's definitely not saving Daboll's. Like, that was, you can't blow two games like you did. Like, it was the Dallas game and you had this game. You had two great offensive showings, two leads, and you completely blew them. Obviously, this is way worse. 18 points in less than 6 minutes is just, I don't know if we've seen that before. Like, it's so bad that it's words can't describe how terrible of a job they did.
Yeah, I mean, that's too much to ask from a rookie quarterback, is to save Daboll's job. So that's a lot to ask, honestly, from somebody like that. So
someone who's has no experience in this league.
Yeah, asking to save a head coach that is already pretty much gone at this point.
I think if they had someone who would be an interim head coach, I think he would have been fired.
Yeah, I agree.
Or maybe they're just giving him, they want to be, when they're fully out of the season, like out of the playoffs, then sack him. Because this is, I don't know how you can defend something like that happening not just once but twice. Obviously, this is way worse than the first time. Then obviously that lost to the Saints. Like this team could be 4-3. They easily could be. Like if you win that game in Dallas, you win this game, you're above 500. Like this is a team. This is an offense that has been really good since Dart came in, and then obviously hit really good in Dallas. But like you just have not been able to actually win games, and that's the problem. Like you're as much as Dart's been good, I don't think you should save Dable's job just because the fact that the offense is good. He's winning. He's supposed to win games.
I mean, when it comes to the Giants, if the NFL only played 3 quarters, yeah, they'd be really good. Honestly, they'd be one of my Super Bowl favorites. But unfortunately, it's 4 quarters, and I don't think that the Giants defense knows that. So at practice, they're going to be running some severe suicides just because it's not a good look. But what you are seeing is good production out of the quarterback, and you got a good running back of the future too. So you're building a great offense for not even just this season, for a long time down the road.
And then you also have Neighbors, who's obvious number one. To be fair, he made change now. The fact that because he has that injury, like it may change, but like I don't think he's gonna come back such a worse player after it.
They've drafted really well over the last 2 years.
They've had some good splashes, but then there's also been some absolute bombs, like Evan Neal. Their offensive lineman completely and utterly useless. Like you've had solid picks here and there. Like you've had good picks. Like Dart seems like he's good. Scatto seems like he's good. Neighbors, really good his rookie year. You've had guys, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that have been really good. But what's called Carter, but he hasn't really shown you that much. But to be fair, he is also a rookie. You have to give him. I'll give him a couple more years for him to fully show what he has. Because also, to be fair, this defense is very inconsistent, especially that front four. It should be way better than it is. Burns has been awesome, but like everyone else has kind of been very meh.
Where's Thibodeau been?
Yeah, you're asking me. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the game. You watch the games every Sunday. I just watch highlights. So.
I don't know where he is.
Oh, okay.
I see him on the field, but I don't know what he's doing out there. He's just the fact that you have this much supposed talent on the front four, and they're not getting many sacks. Like Burns is getting to the quarterback, and no one else really is. Like what's called Dexter Lawrence. At least he started with an injury, so he's kind of coming back. He's definitely made some good plays, some good deflections, that interception at the line. Too, like he's had some, even if he hasn't gotten to the quarterback, he has been able to wreak havoc on the game, which is good. But like Thibodeau, not really there. Carter has been, he's had some flashes, but not fully. But to be fair, he's also a rookie, so I can give him more time. But yeah, no, the drafting this regime has been very hit and miss. They've had some hits, but you have a lot of misses too.
I bet at this time of year that you wish that you still had your boy Leonard Williams still on the front four.
Well, it's not like this is a front four where it's like, oh, they're devoid of talent. They have a lot of talent. It's just they're not using it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that could also be a defensive scheme.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is on the defensive coordinator. Like this is a new guy who's come in, and I just don't think he's getting as much, especially with the collapses too. It's like, what the one against Dallas wasn't like a full collapse, like that was a back and forth game, but like this is utterly just nothing.
Yeah, I
mean, should be way better than this.
With him coming in though, it's hard to look at that. It's like, I want to look at the positives, but then we also got to look at the negatives. With the positives, it's like he got these guys playing 3 really good quarters of football on defense, and that's a good sign. And there's not much you could complain about for the first 3 quarters. But like, at what point is it like, how long does he have until they have to stop collapsing in the 4th quarter before he is on the cutting block?
It's a 60-minute game, not a 45-minute game.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's a good sign that the team is really good for the first 3 quarters.
To be fair, Dable being what if he's gone at the end of this season, then obviously I think this whole staff is gone. So at least that you can maybe flush it out and see what you can get next season. But yeah, no, it's just the only positive, if you can call it one, at the end of this game is that Dable's probably gone. Like I don't see how this season ends and he's still the coach. I don't know how, unless they miraculously somehow make the playoffs and like somehow right this ship insanely well. They're not making it. This schedule is way too hard for them to, I think, be a 500 team.
See, Dable is one of the people that it's like, I want him fired. Like with Yankee fans, it's like they always complain that they want Aaron Boone fired. I personally don't really think he's that bad of a manager. I think that's just like a Yankees want to blame somebody type of thing, and he's made some stupid decisions.
Baseball is very weird because I feel like managers don't really matter all that much, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, bullpen decisions, that is big, like swapping out guys in late situations. Like you can't, they do matter a bit, but like they're the least valuable out of all like top guys in like the 4 major sports. Like the top is football coaches. Like the head coach of the football team matters a lot, but so does basketball and so do hockey head coaches. Like those two also matter a good bit. Baseball is kind of like on the lowest rung, so it's like baseball, it's a lot more of the fact that, especially since a lot of it now is analytics decisions, it's not just the manager making the lineup, it's a committee approach. But like, yeah, it's mainly to like keep the locker room. I feel like a baseball manager is like, obviously there's, to be fair, important stuff that they need to do on that front, but it's much more important to be like X's and O's for a football coach instead.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just a big Aaron Boone fan, I guess.
Like you could, you could put Casey Stengel in as the Yankees manager right now. I don't think this team is changing that much. You could put prime Bill Belichick on the Giants right now, and they might be the 5-2 team.
I should be a manager of the Yankees. Anyway, back on topic. So,
what's it called? Something my dad always said. If you took Joe Torre off the 98 Yankees and you put a trained monkey on that team, they still win the World Series. Like that's
probably true.
That's his view of managers as well. So it's like I kind of taken that approach as well. It's like they do matter a little bit, but like definitely not as much as other head coaches.
I agree. I still think that they matter because but I do think that they're on the lowest of the poll of all the coaches, just because their bullpen decisions in major situations. I mean, we saw it with Boone this year. Like those who he decides to put in after Max Fried comes out of the game is something that matters a lot. But out of all the coaches, I agree. I think that it's definitely on the bottom.
Should we talk about the other New York football team?
I think so.
Although what's there to talk about? It's the same old.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn still hasn't gotten a win yet. Justin Fields actually got taken out of the game this time.
Yeah.
In place of Tyrod Taylor, and nothing changed. Like it's this malaise with the Jets. It's like almost you feel like I have to talk about them because they're a big team, but like you feel like you're kind of running the same script over and over again. It's just a team that has not seen anything worth celebrating. Like you don't know if you have a head coach, even though he's here. He's like a 5-year contract, so he's going to be here next year unless they somehow go like 17-0, and then maybe he might get fired. But like you've seen crazy things. The Browns didn't fire, what's his name? They didn't fire their head coach when they went with 0 wins, so he could still stay, especially since he has a long contract. So yeah, you don't have a quarterback. Your defense looks, and then you don't really. You feel like you don't have a head coach at this point.
I feel like their defense isn't the worst thing in the world. Their defense is always overhyped just because they're Jets fans, but it's like their defense is not the worst I've ever seen in my life. Their offense is just like, can they get a first down this game? That they're that bad. Like, honestly, I'm not. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't actually hate the Jets. I'm just joking a lot of the time, but I was super upset when I saw Justin Fields went to the Jets. Just because, like, I wanted Justin Fields. And turns out that Justin Fields is definitely not the best quarterback in the NFL. So
he's the guy that has potential, but I don't think I can ever get it fully. Obviously, he has never really been on a team to help his potential be fully seen, but I just don't see that it's gonna ever happen at this point.
he had the worst career like opportunities ever.
To be fair, he did go to the Steelers, but like obviously then they got Rodgers, so he went to the Jets. Like he went from the Bears to then got a year in the Steelers and then into the Jets. It's like that's not
Yeah,
good at
and
all.
he went like 5-2 with the Steelers to start off the year, and then Russell Wilson comes in, and for some reason they start Russell Wilson and they go like 500 last season.
Yeah.
So it's
And then
like
lose.
this poor guy. He's like he goes from the Bears where they replace him, even though he was pretty good. I mean, I thought he was a pretty good Bear. And then he goes over to the Steelers, starts off 5-2, then gets benched for a quarterback that clearly sucks. And then he goes to the Jets with the biggest market in the NFL, where the Jets fans, if he makes like one wrong footstep, he's just instantly the worst quarterback in the NFL. So it's like this poor guy, and he has no help around him at all. So Breece Hall has really been underwhelming this season, which was someone that I know Jets fans were big on coming in. Garrett Wilson doesn't really have anybody great throwing him the football, so he couldn't really be that great anyway. I just don't think their offenses. I think they are the worst offense in the NFL.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's kind of goes without saying. It's just absolutely no idea what they're doing at all. Had one good game on offense and then absolutely nothing since.
Yeah, what happened since that game? Like they got to go back to that form because
They seemingly caught the Steelers by surprise, and then everyone finally realized what they were doing, and then just nothing.
that was a great game week 1, but that's about it. I haven't really seen anything great, and I know Jets fans still sit down every week and tell me that they're going to win the Super Bowl because I have one of them. Right. He every single week he'll text me and he's like, "Yo, you trying to watch the Jets game with me?" I'm like, "If Seattle's not playing today, I'm down, but keep that in mind that you're probably not going to win." And he's like, "No, we're going to win. We're going to win." We turn it around. I'm like, "Yeah, all right, bro." He's a Mets fan and he's just as delusional. So,
is he also a Nets fan?
Huh?
Is he also a Nets fan?
Oh, a Nets fan? No, he's a Knicks fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he would have won for the trifecta.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. That would not have been good. But he every single week he tells me that if the Jets win out for the rest of the season, and you know what? As much as I want to say he's joking, when I look at him, he's not joking. He's really not. He really thinks that the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. And you know what? Who am I to tell him that they're not? Because what would that make me if I was like, yeah, the Jets are not going to the Super Bowl? And he's like,
a realist, actual person living in reality.
Yes, but he's delusional. So if you want to be friends with him, you got to be in the same mindset as him. So I have to watch the Jets every now and then. Like this weekend, I had to watch the Jets, unfortunately. The Seahawks played Monday Night Football, so I watched the Jets with him on Sunday, and it was not the best thing in the world.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing. Iona, what are you thinking? Iona's MSc department is hosting Women's in Sports panel on Wednesday, October 22nd for 12:30 to 1:50 in Henry Lecture Hall, located in La Penta School of Business. The panel will feature 5 talented individuals in the field of sports media, coming from brands such as CBS Sports, Lookalike Productions, and USTA. Come see and learn how women are shaping the sports media field and connect with professionals in the field on October 22nd from 12:30 to 1:50 in Henry Lecture Hall. That is today. So if you want to go by and join with the MSc department for the Women in Sports panel. So now, come back from the break. One thing that has come back into my mind that I forgot to say when we talk about the Giants, the kicker.
Oh, yeah.
2 missed extra points in that game. Oh my goodness. Like it's not on him. It was complete effort in falling apart. But like he does have to get some light. Obviously he already got released now. So yeah, but missing 2 extra points, then forcing them to also go for the 2-point conversion. Like if you had a good kicker that could get extra points, you would have forced the Broncos to not even just have a tie it up for the field goal, but to actually force them to get touchdown. Now, to be fair, they probably would have gotten the touchdown. Let's be real. The Giants defense was completely terrible at the end. They probably would have gotten the touchdown, but like you would have at least forced them to do it.
My thing with kickers is like, so I played football in high school. I was a D end, and we had a really, really, really good kicker. He was one of the best kickers in the state, and he all he would do is practice all the time. And then we would have our punter. He was all right. Like he was a pretty good punter for high school, just because like my football team was really good for high school. And yeah, I just don't understand what kickers like. Field goals, I understand, but like all you're doing, like practice extra points. Like all these kids would do is sit on the sideline all practice. Like, what are you doing?
It's the same thing every time. It's literally you're doing the exact same thing. At least field goals, it like depends on where you are from the field. Like field depends on what side of the hash marks you're on. Like you can stuff does change unless it's like a terrible wind. Field goals, the extra points are the exact same every single time.
I don't understand. Like, if you're a kicker, like if I was a kicker, and I'm not, I can't kick for anything, so whatever. But I just don't understand when you're at practice and you're not confident with making extra points, or you're not confident with your field goals. Why do you sit on the sidelines and do nothing the whole time? Like I see it in the NFL too. Like if you ever watch like spring training stuff like that, where
Your training camp.
yeah, training camp. It's well, yeah, not spring training because, but
that's baseball.
Yeah, my bad. If you ever watch the off season when they come back for preseason, it's like all they do is sit on the sidelines. It's like, please stand up and go practice. Like they sit on the sidelines, they drink some water, they mess around. You're being paid a lot of money to do that, and I don't know. I can't say that for the Giants kicker just because I didn't watch their.
To be fair, Gano is hurt, but he has been. This has been a kind of a problem with him over the past couple of years. Like he has been hurt a couple of times. Like this, like Jude Mick at a men. Jude, hey Jude. He is a guy that's been coming in since Gano's been hurt. But like it's been. He missed one extra point against the Eagles the previous week. Obviously, it didn't really hurt him all that much because they still won that game by 17 points. But this has been you can't do that. Like a professional kicker, you just can't miss that. You can't miss 2 extra points in a game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I get disappointed whenever I see kickers missing extra points, just because like it's just like you should be a robot when it comes to extra points. Field goals, it's like, okay, kicking a field goal is hard, especially from like 40 on. Like I'm surprised that people could even do that. But
some of these kickers are kicking like 60+ yard field goals.
I know, but that's absolutely crazy to see. Like, shout out to the kickers that are able to do that, but I just don't understand how you're missing extra points consistently.
I've heard I heard someone say the fact that they're kind of like relief pitchers in a way that sometimes they'll just be on, and then the next season they'll just be nothing.
Yeah, my high school kicker could kick extra points, Giants fans. So if you guys need a kicker.
Youngwei Koo, who's on the Giants practice team, he was insane for a while for the Falcons. And then just this year, he just completely died. Just
Is
somehow
he still on their practice squad?
I think he is, yes.
Oh,
okay. He may have been elevated. I'm not sure. I think he's still on the practice squad though. But yeah, he just completely forgot how to kick. Forgot how to kick. It's kind of insane.
It is great. I think that's something to do with not practicing, just because like
I think what's called professional baseball players get the yips too. It's like it's a thing where they just can't throw anymore. It's very weird. It's a whole mental thing that it's like it's not really a physical thing. It's much more a mental block, and that's what it kind of just seems like sometimes happens with kickers. Just completely can't do it anymore.
All right, well, enough about kickers. I think it's time to talk about
let's talk
opening day for the Knicks.
Talk about some basketball. Yes, they're facing the Cavaliers tonight in MSG. Opening night for the Knicks, also opening night for the Nets, but they haven't really been seen to be that good. We can talk about them maybe a little bit, but the Knicks are the much more important team. They're looking like they're trying to make a run with their new coach, Mike Brown, to get to the finals.
Yeah, and I really like this Knicks squad. I've liked them for the last couple of years. I think they play with a lot of heart, which is really important when it comes to trying to compete for a championship. I think that this team might be the best on on their halves of the bracket. So the East is just not very loaded with teams at all. In my teams that are gonna play well this season.
It's what's called teams that you would have thought would have been here, like the Celtics and the Pacers, both had their best players injured, so that really hurts. And obviously, the what's called Boston got rid of some pieces as well because they realized that they're probably not going to be competing this season. What's called the Pacers lost Turner in free agency, so like they'll have to figure it out. But you do have what's called obviously you have your two juggernauts, not juggernauts. Let's bring it down a little bit. You have your two top contenders in the Cavaliers and the Knicks. Like those are your 1, 2, however you want to sort them. And then but you do have some very interesting teams. You have the Magic and you have the Pistons. Pistons, young team, got it together last season. Gave the Knicks some fight in the first round, still lost, but like they can definitely improve again and give you more of a fight this season, either the Cavs or the Knicks. And then you have the Magic, who are seemingly also going to take another step. So maybe one of those teams can surprise you and be top fighting for like a top 2 seed.
Yeah, I think that you're right about the Pistons. They definitely came together really well. But with the Cavs, I think that they're not. My hot take is that they're not really going to be that great this season. I think they're going to be a pretty good team. I think they'll be like the 4 seed maybe, but I don't think they're going to be that great just because if you watch the Cavs for every year except for last year, their roster hasn't changed a lot. And we just seen that they're just so injury prone. It's like, it's ridiculous. Every single season, it's like one of them gets hurt. Last year was the first time that we really saw them play, like their stars play all the way through. We see Donovan play a lot of the time, but Garland is always hurt. So it's like, it's kind of like Christian McCaffrey when you think like,
Yeah.
he's really good when he plays, except does he play a lot? Like we got that one really good season out of Christian McCaffrey where they went to the Super Bowl, but every other year it's like, can he stay on the field the entire season or even half the season? And the answer's been no a lot. And I think you could say the same thing with Garland, where he's always hurt. I hate to assume injuries just because, but like when a player is so clearly injury prone all the time, it's just hard for me to consistently put the Cavs at the top when the Knicks have such a stacked roster. I'm not even a Knicks fan, but I think this roster is really good.
Oh yeah, no, this is a better roster than last year. Obviously, you don't really have anything crazy being added, but you have some more depth this year than you have in years past. You got Yabusele, who should nice stretch forward, who should give you some good depth on the bench. Yeah, this is, to be fair, also they probably should be better on offense because Thibodeau is not coaching and just saying, here, take the ball, Jalen Brunson. So like you should have a better offense with Mike Brown. That's kind of the hope, and this is a team that should be a lot better than previously. And the thing with the injury prone players, it's kind of like having a really nice car, but it's always in the shop, right? Because it's really nice when you have it, but you're not really going to have it for that long. So.
Yeah, and I think that might be what we see with the Cavs. Who knows? The NBA is always a curveball whenever it comes to good teams. OKC did it, and OKC 3 years ago, if you told them that they were going to win the NBA championship, I think they would have laughed at you.
To be fair, I think OKC, like they had pieces and then they kept building upon that too. So
yeah, for sure. But I mean, they all were really fast. Like they put down all the pieces like pretty quickly. Within 2 years, they had an entire roster. So that's great to see with the NBA. It's always a curveball, but
yeah. Thank you for coming along for this week's show. Back next week talking about everything New York sports again. So have a great day and see you around.
Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.